There's 142 students in the Rummel senior class. Travis Olivier has to administer and help all of them. He's the counselor for 4 years now. He's also the coach for the Rummel bowling team. He's been a leader and he's been instrumental for all their success, and now he's got the biggest challenge ever to help them in college. He arrives around 6 a.m. and doesn't leave till about 3:15 every day. He's dedicated in what he does, and he believes to always offer himself up to his students whenever they do need him. This is Travis Olivier's story. Each and every day, Travis Olivier devotes his time and his talents to achieve the ultimate goal, getting all the seniors into a college.
I'm going to be getting guys ready for college in a couple of different ways. First off, I know a lot of guys have probably seen that we had a bunch of colleges visit campus this year. I was trying to expand this year, try to bring in a lot of in-state schools, but a few out-of-state schools as well, a few public colleges as well as private institutions as well. So, and of course, guys were able to come down, get passes, meet with a representative from that school. You get to hear about the school, the requirements to get in, the scholarships, the type of scholarships that they offer. So that's really one of the main ways, was just to kind of see a representative from the school, hear about what it has to offer. So that's one way, just visiting, meeting with the rep. Another way is we do offer campus visits. So if students are required or allowed to excuse absences to go visit college campuses throughout the course of this year, you do get two. Use them wisely, but all you have to do is get a permission slip from me and fill it out, get your teachers to initial it, and as long as you turn it in the day before you leave, you'll be good to go and be able to spend the whole day at that school and really see what it's about and figure out if that campus is for you. Let's see, what else do we do as far as getting guys ready for college? I'm there to send your transcripts out. Once you tell me that you've applied to a school, and pretty much everything nowadays is set up online. So if you fill out an online application and submit it, the next day just come see me and let me know. And I'll be glad to take care of your transcripts for you, send those out that very next day. I can also help you figure out how to send your ACT scores over there. I know that has to be done through actually ACT's website now. But if anybody needs help with that kind of stuff, that's what I'm here for as well. I've also met with guys to talk about the different schools and the type of scholarships that each school offers. And I've actually been sending guys home with the information personally, so that they can kind of take it home, review it, look over it, figure out how to apply for it. And again, every semester we're going to meet and go over core GPAs, ranks in the class, that kind of stuff, and that gives you a pretty good idea of where you need to be when you do apply to college, to figure out if you're going to meet those guaranteed requirements to get in. If you don't meet the guaranteed requirements to get into college right away, it's not the end of the world. That's what the college reps are coming by campus for, to meet with the kids and hopefully give them some leeway, if they do get close to those guaranteed requirements.
So is it really challenging? I know that there's about 142 students in the senior class. Is it really challenging to get them ready for college, to get them the scholarship that they need and all the requirements that any college would need?
It definitely comes with its challenges. I think one of the biggest challenges is just knowing the abundance of schools that the different students can apply to, and trying to memorize scholarship deadlines, trying to memorize your normal everyday admission deadlines as well. Another big challenge that comes with it is trying to get everybody in the class just to get motivated to apply. I think that's one of the biggest challenges I've been faced with so far. I've kept a list on my desk of every student in the class on who has applied to college and who has not. It's been kind of like a checklist that I've been going down just to make sure guys have at least filled out a few applications. And we're getting to the bottom of it now, where we're down to those last couple of kids who have not. But that definitely adds a lot of stress to the job, just trying to get guys to get motivated. Because I think students at y'all's ages are just, in general, there's a lot of anxiety when it comes to just filling out those applications. They'll see the length of some of them, and that'll scare them off right off the bat, and they'll keep kind of setting it aside for another date. But in reality, once they do get it done, it's a lot of weight off the shoulders. So I think just that initial stage of getting guys to open up that application and start it is actually the hardest part. But yeah, it does come with its challenges as well, as far as meeting the deadlines, memorizing the deadlines, and that comes with another stage of making sure the guys are on the same page with getting all the requirements in before those scholarship deadlines as well.
So you do deal with a whole bunch of students, and I'm sure you deal with all their drama and all their complaints and everything. So the question is, do you take home the job with you? I know it could be kind of stressful when a senior in particular doesn't get into the college that he wants to, or the scholarship that he wants to, but overall, if a student is in a sad state or is in a traumatic state, does that affect you at all after school?
Oh, absolutely. The job in the mental health field is that way, and you kind of know that going into it. To go back to your original question about the college, obviously I've worked with this group of seniors now for 4 years, so I feel like I've grown pretty close to most everybody in the class. So yes, there's definitely a huge part that would feel bad, knowing that a particular student did not get into the school of his choice, and because it would always leave me kind of looking back, well, did I do everything I could do to really help that kid get into school? And that's a goal of mine. A goal of mine is to make sure that most of you guys, if not all you guys, get to the school that you desire to go to. But from a personal standpoint, or dealing with personal issues, I think that's the part of this job that affects me the most, because you hear, when you go through graduate school and you go through training, you hear some pretty scary stories, and you kind of think that it's never going to happen to you. But within the first 3 months of working a job, you deal with some of the things that you think you're never going to have to deal with, whether it be suicide attempts or physical abuse, or a parent physically abusing a child. And those are going to be the more serious types of cases that you do take home with you, because I think just being a genuine human being, you don't want to hear that type of stuff. And then when you realize that it's happened and the people that you're pretty close to, you definitely take that home with you. It's hard to get that image out your head.
So you are sometimes faced with the tragic reality, and at that point, as you said you did garner a relationship. You've known each other for 4 years, these students for 4 years. When they do end up failing, do you as well also feel like a failure?
A certain part of me definitely feels let down. For example, in particular situations, mostly pertaining to parents. If I receive a parent phone call, later in the year, and it's something that a parent had asked of me early in the year, and it was, I'm human, I make mistakes, so I know that if a parent had asked me to do something early in the year and I forgot about it and realized that I made that mistake and it could be, detrimental to that student in some way, absolutely, I would look at myself as feeling like a failure in that situation. Same kind of thing if a student doesn't get into the college of his choice, he's done everything that he had to do, and I felt like I've done everything I've had to do, but a part of it still doesn't work out. Absolutely, you still there's a part that wishes you could have done a little something more, and there is a little piece of you that feels like you failed as well.
Passion, purpose, pride, dedication. These are just a few of the adjectives that describes Travis Olivier. His dedication and passion to his job makes him well loved amongst the student body and respected among all his colleagues and friends. As the years go by, Rummel graduates always tend to remember the great and wonderful deeds that Travis Olivier has done for them.